You? Spawn. You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor. I'm feeling strange, drowned in the grave. All alone, I rot in my own skin. So sick, I say, a stronger restraint. The perfect flame laid down my own name. Girls rising. Girls rising. The stars remain, a deeper to sing. A blood field, blinded response. A bitter I cling to the ones that remain. Exile without reason. The time to kill us, the freedom we build this. We someone is clear to blow. We're building the power, strengthening the arm. Yeah, building the wall. Welcome to your demonstration.
People and things are bad like something. Fall.
All right, welcome everybody to another Spawn review, episode 37. We are cruising right along with this show, not missing any weeks for the last few months. That's got to be a record for this show. I'm excited. I'm happy about that. Welcome, guys. How you guys doing? We got Sean, the cutest little guy here.
Doing great. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me. Emotionally torturing me to hop on every week, but I am
That's
happy
what I do.
to be here
Emotional blackmail is what I do. Zach is doing an amazing job down there drawing a Ghost Rider piece that we're going to talk about later. It is earlier, later. We also have Paul Thayer, who is on mute. You got to unmute yourself, man. Otherwise, I can't hear you. There he is.
There we go. Yeah, it's been a week, back-to-back conventions, and I'm still here. We're going.
Yeah, you've been busy, man. How's the convention scene going?
WonderCon, which was in California, was awesome. DC was insane. I uploaded a lot of people that were copping some books, and then I have C2E2 this week, so we're hammering.
Hell yeah, dude, that's awesome. I often get a little jealous. I'm like, I wish I could do the convention lifestyle. We have Jay, the Gooch, in the house. What's going on, brother?
What's up? How are you? How are you guys?
Happy belated birthday.
Yes.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
What's up?
How are the 60s treating you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Treat me well.
Nice. Yeah, happy birthday to Jay. Great to see you. Yeah, you're not doing the high and tight tonight like you were last night.
No. I was back to work tonight, today,
Yeah.
so I just had to put on the chapeau.
Oh, yeah, there you go. If you guys missed it on the Gucci gang last night, Jay's sporting a new new because I haven't seen it because he always wears his hat. He goes, "This is a hat show," except for Zach is proudly bald, so he does his thing. Good for you.
Yeah, I love
we wear hats. We wear hats, but Jay's got this like high and tight thing going on. It looks good. I gotta say, the ladies are going crazy. You can see it in the chat. Everybody go sub to the Gooch. One of the best shows, one of the best channels here on YouTube. Don't miss that out. Links are down below, everybody. Do it.
I don't know about that. This is the best show.
Shit, I like that. Okay. We'll go with that from now on.
Yeah.
I'll dig it. Say hi to the chat real quick. We got Mark Penguin in the house. He says, curious to know what you guys think of it. You are number one in the chat, number one in our hearts. Therefore, you are.
You're number one.
Yes, you are, my friend. Number one. Thank you for being here as always. Hail the Lore is in the house.
Yes.
Great to see you. Twisted Dream says, Mine Enemy's Fall drummer is GOAT. I'll tell you one thing. I worked with two drummers in that band, and they were both badass.
Who's your
both
favorite?
badass. Each of them had their own like pluses. Yours, it's hard to choose because we had two different.
Piss you off the most?
The second drummer pissed me off the most. Yeah, I love him to death. But yeah. Of course, anytime Twisted Dreams is here, we do play
Subject
this.
notes. The extraction theory papers. Am I the only one who did the reading?
Yes, you probably are. We have Rick Saylor, member of the channel in the house. Great to see you, brother.
Oh my god! I'm sorry! I can't stop coming! I'm sorry! Oh, it feels so good!
It feels so good for the members to be in the chat tonight. Thank you guys. We appreciate it. Pizza in the house.
What's up, pizza?
What's going on, man? Mr. Badass Turner here as well. Hail
Hello,
Jabronis.
jabroni.
Hail to you. Got Jay Ryan. What's all this then? This, my friend, is the Spawn review. Where you been?
Oh, what's up, bro?
Yeah,
He's been getting some pretty spicy stuff on his Twitter feed. I was pretty impressed with what he was saying.
Do tell.
He's got it's one artist.
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Yeah. No offense. Keep
no,
that.
Not
keep
my
that on
bad. I
Twitter.
didn't know.
Keep that on Twitter. I don't want to talk about it. Twisted Dream says I watched the Depp versus Heard case just to watch Johnny Depp draw. This is a lot like that. Really?
Nice.
Did not see that.
Wait, our show is a lot like Amber versus Heard. I mean, Heard versus Depp.
Which one's Amber?
Yeah, I think Zach will shit on it.
Zach. It's Zach.
Yeah.
I think it's Zach.
What?
I think it's got to be Zach. Just got my Reaper Destroyer in the mail. Thanks, Joe. Hell yes. Well, thank you. We're backing the book, man. I hope you really liked it. Let me know what you think about it. Tag me on X, everybody. If you've getting a lot of people are getting the book, a lot of people are tagging me. Continue to do that. Let me know what you think of the book. I would appreciate that. We got Heath Ward in the house, member of the channel, says Spawn dropping that. Let's go.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah, keep it on Twitter. Yes, sir. Yeah. That's a Twitter thing. Yeah, we're here to talk about Spawn. Let's do it. What up, guys? Hail all. Missed some shows. Been a coloring mofo. I like it, Dennis. Good to see you, brother.
Good deal.
We got the Ripper guy in the house. Just subbed. Hell yeah. First time here. Well, welcome, brother.
Right.
Appreciate you checking out the show. We are, if you guys are new to the show, and if you haven't hit the like button yet, please hit the like, subscribe to the channel, share it out, let people know that we're live. We say this all the time. If you are a mod in other people's channels, go in and drop the channel to the show and tell them to leave that show and come over here. If people get mad at you, you tell them it's okay. You tell them I said it, it's all good. Yeah. But no, this is a Spawn review where we talk all things Spawns. Tonight, though, a book that we've been anticipating coming down the line.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first in 2025. There were 2 books in 2025 coming out that I'm looking forward to reading. Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx is number 1, and then The Curse of Shirley Johnson is number 2. And that's going to be coming out here somewhere. I can't remember the exact date, but here we are. Book of Nyx. We went out, got it. I think everybody read it. I think some mixed reviews, but that's fine because that's what we do on this show. We speak honestly about what we think. We're huge fans of Spawn, and we give opinions, both good and bad. That's just what we do here on the show. So before we jump into this, I just want to go around real quick and tell me what you guys think of the book without going into spoilers, because we'll jump into that when we actually look at the book. But starting with Sean, what did you think, man?
I enjoyed it. Enjoyed it quite a bit, though there was a pretty good setup, like the art. Looking forward to seeing what this comes to be. I liked it a lot better than so far of the other shit, the other spin-off books so far. But we'll check it out.
I like it. Zach.
I'm 50-50 with it, because although it does have a great explanation where it ties certain things that happened like over 150 issues ago, and it kind of brings it to the forefront and says this is why she's relevant, and because we're building it up, and that's great and all. But I wish that there was something a little bit more exciting, because the first issue just seems to me like a filler issue. No, that's okay and all, but I mean, if you're going to do a first issue, you want to have a great build up with some exciting stuff in it. I mean, like, yeah.
I want to talk about
a Marvel book. I don't think anybody picking up the next issue.
I want to talk about storytelling, and there's different ways to tell a story, to start a story, all that kind of stuff. I have my own personal philosophy, and I'm interested to see what you guys think as we get through the book. Jay, first impressions before we jump in here.
I'm kind of with Zach. It falls flat. I thought it was kind of repetitious. I think it's kind of, hey, look at me, I can swing a big dick. I don't know. I just didn't. I
know the vibes.
Yeah. I just didn't really care. I was just like, okay, where's this going? I don't really care where this is going. It's kind of, I don't know, fell flat to me. I read it twice, a rapid reading.
Nice.
And I was just
That's quick.
kind of like, I don't know if I really liking this. I'm not digging it. It's, I don't know.
Like
no, I
it's,
feel you,
It's
Jay.
it's
We-
got a lot of Crow vibes. It's got a lot of
it does. Yeah.
Mhm.
a lot of tropes in there. So it's just kind of like, okay, I don't know. Didn't care.
Paul, what are you thinking, man? First thoughts, and we're gonna jump into this.
Yeah, just as a first issue, it clearly, gets the job done of at least of what's going on. Like I'm guessing for like new readers, you do have to fill them up on the things that are missing. It could have had more suspense in it,
Mm.
but excluding that, it gets you to A to B.
So
Sorry.
what? Yeah, go
You
ahead.
know what the best way to describe this issue, like exactly what this issue, like how this issue was, when you're reading a big event where, like, Batman's fighting a villain, right? And like the villain is fucking up Batman's life, and you don't know, like, you got some questions, there's some mystery to it, and you're trying to figure out what's going on, who is the villain, all this kind of stuff. And then when the reveal happens, and then the villain gets into this fucking monologue where he's like, it all happened way back when in this issue, and this, that's exactly what this issue is to me. It's just like a plot filler for something of a big plan moving.
So this is what I liked about the book. From being somebody that didn't really read a lot of the Spawn books from 200 to 300, there was a lot of gaps I missed. It was interesting to go back and see this character, of just to see a side story of this character after, I'm assuming she'd been well established in the Spawn universe. And we're actually going to look at Spawn 184 because it was referenced in this book. We're not going to look at the entire thing, but just want to refresh what was going on in that book before we get to the book of Nyx. It's typically, I don't like books that are a little like slow like this, but since I'm kind of invested into this character because of the main storyline where Ripper Guy was saying, just looked it up, summary says she's now the Queen of Hell. In the main storyline right now, she's sitting on the throne of hell. Really awesome aspect. So going back and kind of seeing a different take of this character before she gets to that point, I thought was kind of interesting enough for me to go and check out the second book. So let's jump up into this. Sean, I'm going to pull this up, make sure there's no anime porn going on.
I definitely feel like there clearly is like more that's coming from this series, and at the same time, it's like it would be like a great intro when you're reading a trade. Like that's another way I would see it too.
I got you.
We'll see how the second issue is. I'll definitely pick up the second issue. So.
The art holds together. I think if the art was dog shit, I don't think I would.
I like the art.
Yeah, there's like a bit of like kind of Toddisms, like when Todd draws on Procreate, and like it looks like early what they would call digital inking, where they would just darken the pencils. Like there's a grit to it, which I dig.
I was thinking Brian Boland, but
I could go there.
Yeah,
I saw shades of kind of some Jay Lee-ish stuff.
Sure.
Also some shades of Victor Vondanovich. Vondanovich. If anybody knows who that is, some of that stuff in there. So we're gonna just real quick. You can cruise through this. This is actually Spawn 184. The reason why I wanted to bring this up, just kind of
I was like, did I read the wrong book? What the?
Okay, hold up.
You're like, shit.
No, you didn't read the wrong book. In the first issue, it references Spawn 184. I have no idea what that was. So it's like to bring everybody up to speed. I was like, let's just cruise through 184 real quick and just see what's happening. We're not doing a review of the book. I just kind of want to get a sense on what is going on because it has something to do with Nyx and Cyan, or is that Cyan?
Wait, who drew this?
Is it Maya or Cyan?
Oh, maybe it's Maya. Okay, see, that's why I wanted to get into this
because there's a lot of confusion because they're like, is Maya Cyan or is are they two different characters? I don't like.
So Maya is Maya is the evil daughter. She is the bastard daughter of Wanda, who was like part of a big plan.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's pretty much an evil she spawned.
Traced hands.
Yeah, just go anything that has like Nyx in it. Let's stop and just figure that out. So this is kind of what they're referencing. The book starts out in this scene. as she's doing some kind of spell to bind something. So you can keep going. I just wanted to get a visual reference on what the hell is going on that they refer to. No, I don't want to earn $100. Okay.
I mean,
Yes, you
Well,
do.
maybe. I mean, I guess I do, as long as I don't have to, do anything weird. Yeah, just keep on going, man. Like I just wanted to get a visual look. I'm not reading this, just
there's Butch She Spawn.
oh.
She's
Yeah,
gonna
like,
go
definitely,
complain
like,
to the
looking
manager.
At this too, it's like it's great to see, because especially at conventions, I was telling people like, yeah, they're like, oh, I used to read Spawn. I'm like, nah, read the new shit. I'm like, the new shit's so good. It's so good.
Okay, so
I can't wait for the new issue.
something going on where Al is not in his Spawn costume in this part of the book, which we kind of get a sense of that in Nick's issue 1. I'm just trying to look here to see if there's anything I remember, and there's not quite anything that's popping off here that, again, like I probably didn't read this book at all, but I don't know if you guys did. Zach, do you remember this at all? Because you seem
I
more...
remember some of it vaguely. So pretty much, they're trying to get their ultimate plan towards Al, and I think this is right after, or maybe right before it was revealed that it's Maya, like, because they didn't know for the longest time, and this is around the point where like Maya gets defeated, and
Okay.
so they're trying to execute their final plan towards Al and Wanda, but dude, it's been so long, and these are key issues, so like they're really expensive.
Oh shit! All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you get the omnibus.
Or a true comic fan would just go out and hunt for the actual books, and if they don't have them,
that
they
too.
gotta wait
I
until
got him
they
in the
get it.
garage.
This is where they're fighting Mammon, though, right, or something like that.
Yeah,
they reference
Mammon's
that
the
in
big
Nick's.
baddie.
Okay.
Well, after Malbolgia gets killed,
All right,
Mammon's
here we
the
go.
next baddie.
Go up just a little bit. So this is almost a retelling of this scene, then.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they just kind of put you into the end of Spawn 184, and then the story of Nyx picks up right after this happens. Okay, that makes sense. It's kind of what they did in Gunslinger, Tales of Gunslinger, and then Gunslinger. They retold that Gunslinger 13 or whatever issue that was, and then went ahead with that story. So, all right. Okay, no, that's I understand why they're referencing this now. So okay, that's good. We can go to the actual book. I just wanted to see what exactly was happening.
I think the next issue just is when Al kills himself. Either 85 or 87.
Oh shit!
I just want to check some.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Dude. That's right.
Stuff that I have to go refresh.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of stuff I wasn't paying attention to.
This is when Todd came on. Wills was penciling it, and Todd was inking it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this shit was when it kind of got started to get good. All right, do your thing.
Okay. We're still good. We got Drew G in the house. Says, Joe, got my books today. Tagged you on Instagram. Thank you, bud. Can't wait to read them. The covers look so good. Thank you, brother, for the support. Definitely let me know what you think. I'm gonna go check out the Instagram post after the show. Appreciate you very much. All right, jumping into the book of Nyx, which is actually the Black Rich. I just like calling the book of Nyx better. Issues 1 of 7. This is by Thomas Healy. Is the writer of this, and Jones. I'm not. What's his? Okay, first of all, I like the art on this book.
Yeah.
It's not typically my thing, but like I said, there's shades of different artists that I like for this tone of book, right? This kind of really dark horror, gothic, witchy book. Like I like this. I like all of this. I like the raw sketchiness of this artist. And I don't really.
Colors.
The colors are good too.
One graffiti artist goes by the name Crayola, and it goes with at least with like the face in the background. It's fucking dope. Yeah,
it does. The face definitely has a little bit of a Tony Daniel vibe in it. Yeah, this artist, like I said, he reminds me of Nat Jones. Nat Jones. He also did the colors too. Nice. Did everything. All right. He reminds me of a few different artists, and I haven't pinpointed exactly what it is, but I dig it. I like it in this book. So, all right, we are picking up
before I apologize.
No, go ahead.
Bring up Jay Ryan's last comment. I'm with you all the way. Yes.
Oh yeah, dude. 10th is a great series. Go back, check out one of the Appreciating Comic Book Art live shows we did. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jay was there, but we did the entire first series of the 10th Great stuff by Tony Daniel.
I think that was the first appearance of Kayla on the show.
That might have been.
Yeah.
That might have been, actually. Before we get started, though, guys, we do have something we're doing right now. We announced this last week when we did the Death Battle Ghost Rider versus Spawn. We said that this week we were going to be doing a raffle. If we get $75 in super chats, we're going to raffle off what Zach is drawing right now. This is a very badass shot of Ghost Rider. Zach, you want to hold this up real quick? Because I have to exit out of this to bring any other page up, and I don't want to do that right now. So
It's a Ghost Rider page. Let me zoom
sick.
in.
Ooh,
So he's on the motorcycle.
Sick.
Nice.
This is
Yeah.
how far I've gotten.
That
Love
is
it.
going to be amazing. So check this out, guys. If we can raise $75 in super chats tonight collectively, then we're going to raffle off that piece to somebody, and that is a hell of a steal for that original art. If we get there, if we don't, then we won't do it. We'll move it off to another show, another time. But that is what we're going to start off. That is the goal tonight. $75 in super chats. I wonder if I can actually make that a goal. 10. But I can't do the math. Super chats. All right, I'm just going to put a goal in here. That's not the actual number, but just so you guys know what we're doing. Okay.
Mammon, what's she doing?
What's she doing?
Should be jamming.
I don't know.
Original
what she's doing.
art. Give.
And then she's
Hey,
like
wait.
casting a spell. She's doing some heebie-jeebie up there.
Ooga booga.
A little bit of a hibby-jibby.
Holding
Okay.
a nice tight power.
The goal is set. It's not really exactly what it is, but you know what it is. $75. If we can do that, anybody can put a super chat in. Doesn't have to be a certain amount. It could be small, it could be big, whatever. If we reach that, we will raffle that off tonight to somebody in the chat. It's an amazing piece of art. All right, jumping into the book, page 1. We kind of have a retelling here of Nyx and there you go. All right, starting it off. I like it.
Nice.
Getting close. We're gonna have to keep an eye on this. Twisted Dreams of 199. Just throwing it in there because he wants to see this art get raffled off. I love it. Appreciate you, brother. Let's keep that up. So we got Al in the background. Apparently, if you go back to that storyline, you have to figure out why the hell he's out of costume, why he's in this state. I have no idea.
Nice
Wanda,
white tee.
yeah, looking sharp. looking a little bit dapper there. We get our first shot of Nyx, which I bind thee. Kind of Craft. This reminds me of the Craft. You guys remember the
Yes.
Craft?
Great movie.
He does some good faces.
This is some
really
good
like his
faces.
face.
Yeah, like the art is not my typical dynamic comic book art, like superhero stuff I like to see. But for this story, I think it really, really fits. And the faces are good. Like there's some pretty faces. Like that's really nice.
Yeah, he's
Yeah, it
talented.
definitely matches the vibe, like with the colors
Mhm.
and everything.
Yeah, it's even more impressive now that I know the dude does everything. Colors, inks, all that kind of stuff. So we basically pick up, long story short, Spawn 184. This is a retelling of the last fight between her and Mammon with this is not Cyan. Who's this? Or is this Cyan?
That's
yeah.
Nyx, though.
That's Nyx, isn't it?
This
Yeah,
is
Nyx,
Nyx. Yeah,
right
but
away.
she's with
Cyan. She's with
is it Cyan?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so this is Cyan. So the whole
Cyan now.
backstory is that I'm not aware of in this issue that they're referencing. So they're also talking about stuff in this issue that I have no idea. If you go back and read Spawn 184, and that was kind of the thing. I get that they put a caveat that says events in Spawn 184. Go check that out. But if you hadn't read that issue like I did, you're kind of coming into this issue a little bit cold. You don't really know what's going on. There's some kind of events going on, but they're referencing stuff that happened in that storyline that I have no idea about. So, and then they kind of drop it and they go forward. So it's really not necessary to know exactly, I guess, what's going on in this scene for the book itself, because it's just kind of like a picking up place where she binds Mammon. She shows her power. I guess apparently Cyan's the one that showed her how to do these things. I don't know, this whole mommy help thing. Like, again, there's a lot of stuff going on here that I didn't know about. Guys, go ahead and jump in and let me know if you
Is
have
that
any more
hey,
insight.
the mummy, it's me. Is that Maya in there, or like who? This
See,
is where
that's
I'm
what I'm
getting.
wondering. Yeah.
That's what, because like this is the problem with this book. It's got like 3 or 4 storylines going on at once, and it's hard to put it together. And it's not flowing properly for me.
Yeah, because like he's tied up, and then now we're looking at him tied up, and all of a sudden now there's another character asking for
yeah,
help. You know, without
Yeah.
establishing who the character is. I see what you mean.
Yeah, because it's really playing on the you have to know exactly what's going on for this all to make sense. And I get that, and it probably works really well for someone that's really adversed in the lore of Spawn. But someone that's just coming in, picking up this book, like, hey, this looks good, the art looks good, I'm gonna check this out. You are kind of lost here. And yeah, you get the reference, so you have to go back and read Spawn 184 to get what's going on here.
But this
You know,
happens
and
all
I
the
just
time in mainstream comics. Like, I could say Batman, Spidey, like all these like evergreen characters.
Mhm.
They'll go ahead and do the same thing. They'll put it at an event like where they're like it's a reference to something way back then, and then you're like, oh yeah, go check it out. So it's like,
yeah, for
you
sure.
know, yeah. So
that's fine. But in this book in particular, it's got 3 or 4 storylines going on, and it's like you're kind of losing the flow of whatever they're trying to establish here. Like you got this, and then it jumps to Maya running in the streets, and then it jumps to Cyan with her mom, and then it gets kind of jumbled together. It's not really cohesive. It's kind of a mess, to be honest. Like when you're talking like Spider-Man and Batman, all that, that's a story arc that's flowing, and you're following that storyline. This is the number one book of a storyline, and you're starting off like this. That's not good.
Yeah, I think that was my confusion when I was reading this book. Like when we get into the actual like the rest of the book, I could start seeing how things were coming together. But this whole part, I'm just like, I don't remember when Al was out of his costume. I don't know where they're at, why he can't go with them, you know. And then he says this line here. I wish I could have been a better husband. I have no idea what that's referencing to, you know, without going back and reading 184, which is fine, you know. Go ahead and do that. But apparently they get back to the real world. Wanda is talking to Cyan, and she's like, you know, I know I taught Nyx a new spell. She can keep us safe. Again, with me not being somebody that had read all those books, I didn't even know that Cyan could do that kind of stuff. And apparently Wanda doesn't want Nyx sticking around because of just, you know, we're fine. We don't need you around. Please leave us alone kind of thing. You know, I got a sense of what was going on, but there was also a lot of confusion. So I didn't know if you guys were in the same spot as I was with this when it comes to the beginning of this book. Fine beginning as far as storytelling. I don't mind the storytelling, you know, being that if you know exactly what's going on, it probably works good. It's just a catch up. Like previously on whatever. Here we go. And now we're going to jump into the story is the way I took it. And this is actually right here is kind of the start of the book for me. If it started out like this, without the precursor, I think it might have been less confusing.
But yeah, now we're a few days later, so it's like, I don't know. It's kind of like Robert Eggers storytelling. You got a lot going on, and you're just trying to cram it into a book.
Yeah, and sometimes with a 20-page or 22-page book, that's kind of hard. You know, I get it though. I mean, I get the struggle of trying to put all the story into a limited series. So the story picks up with this chick who we don't really know, who is walking through the city of New York, and you're getting this narration going on here. And I'm not actually quite sure if this is Nyx talking or if it's the girl herself talking.
That's Maya. That's Maya.
So this is Maya?
This is Maya. So again, I have
okay. See, I missed that the first time I was reading that through.
Fuck.
Okay, I thought this was all right.
Well,
all right.
That's what I mean. You have to read it like 3-4 times to really, like I read it twice in like 15-20 minutes. Just that's like trying to figure out where is this going, and I'm still kind of like, what the hell just happened? I don't even know. And this is issue number 1, so you're already confusing your general audience. Unless you're a hardcore Spawn fan.
Yeah. Yep. And that's what I was kind of thinking too. And I was just riding along with the story and just, I'm like, all right, you know, it is what it is. I might not know some of these things, but is it an intriguing story? And I had enough questions that it was intriguing. I'm like, okay, I want to know what's going on because I'm kind of in the dark here, which isn't a bad thing.
Mhm.
I like this Todd's books. Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
I'm also getting a little bit of a Steve Dillon vibes within the faces, with the close up shots at least.
The strength of this book to me so far, I do like the art.
Yeah, I'm with it.
There's I don't know what it is to put my finger on it specifically, but there's something that
A
I
lot of the
enjoy.
King Spawn books look like this too.
This
Looks like a
kind of
similar
style.
vibe to the King Spawn. Yeah, some of them at least.
Yeah, you're right.
It's just it's
You
some
know.
good sequential storytelling. I like the angles. I just like the pacing of the panels
That's
and
a
everything.
great face, that chick.
Yeah, there's some good faces, good facial expressions.
It's like Todd Light, to a degree.
Yeah. So this chick is talking about how the fuck did he get into the city? He shouldn't be here. Why am I using Batman's voice? I always do that. I need to get to Camille. I have no idea who that is though.
Camille.
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 Whatever.
Camille.
Can we just say? Can we just go with Camille?
My boy's from the hood.
I thought I was bad.
Nah, you ain't got nothing on me, friend. Camille, I guess, is what we're going with. I like Camille better. Anyway, you see this character that's tracking her here in the background. And this character is actually pretty cool. Go ahead.
Who the fuck's Camille though?
Camille.
Well, thank you. Getting back to before you guys started roasting me on the bad reading there. That was gonna be my point. Like, yeah, I don't know who Camille is, or Camille. I don't know who either of them are.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I know this chick is trying to get there and she's being followed by this creepy dude. And I like the art in this scene, this kind of tracking scene. And she's like, I need to tell them they're not safe. She's obviously trying to warn somebody about something, about this danger that's coming. She gets smoked by this car. This dude is just standing in the background, ominous like this. I just love it. I love this. Like, this was part of the book where I'm like, all right, I might not know exactly what's going on, but I really dig what's going on as far as visually here.
And that guy's cool. Whoever that guy was cool.
It's cool design. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a nice shot too. Like,
yeah.
Good. Like,
See,
I got good things to say about this art.
See what I like, and sometimes this is where like I like when you let the art kind of speak for itself, is when she got picked up by the stranger.
Mhm.
That was the guy, like the same guy, even though he was so far away. And
Is it?
No.
so
I don't think so.
Right, so you
No.
have the glasses, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think
alright,
that's the same dude.
So you
It's
have
not the same. It's not the same dude.
I believe it is like he
It's
she
not.
shapeshifted,
No.
and-
Chat, let us know. What do you think? Is it the same?
And when
Is
you
it the same
scroll-
dude?
scroll
'Cause
down,
She's
keep
looking
scrolling
in a
down.
direction. She's looking forward. The girl's
scroll
behind
down.
her, and then she turns around because he's chasing, and she points.
Yeah,
and what
he-
guy?
But then
The
he
guy
was
with the
so he
glasses,
had the
like, what
shadow,
guy?
right? So he has the shadow on the face and keeps scrolling down. Bingo, right there. So
I
like
think she stole something. No goddamn clue, man.
it's the same guy, right? So like all
No.
the shadows on his
No.
I
face.
don't know.
are
I don't.
No.
I took it as like
I was just gonna say I see where you're coming from, Zach.
Yeah.
Let me play the mediator here, and I'll just be like, I see where you're coming from. I feel where you might be, but I don't think. I think it's just a coincidence that you happen to get this guy, and this I think is just a moody, just kind of moody lighting. I don't. I could be wrong.
just
We
saw
could
the
all be
way-
wrong,
mean,
but I think
I'm
we're right.
seeing it the way it was light. The light was casted on his face. I took that as intentional. Like it was the same guy because he's got the same silhouetted figure as the stranger who's following her.
It could
And
be.
that he's just
It is-
he was quick. He was real quick with it and deceiving everyone around him.
That's not. It's
But,
not a bad
it
thought.
doesn't sound too far off,
It's not a bad
That's-
thought. I don't
Then
think that's it, but it's not a bad
really,
thought.
It's really confusing the audience then. 'Cause then we don't know who. Like, I don't know.
See, I
but
took it-
guess it was like in a sense of like, oh, like she's just afraid of everything that right now. Not like it's like, oh, that is him per se. Like when she looks back, she would see that it's someone scary because she's running from the person that's scary.
Yeah, but this dude's got hair. I don't think this creature character
Yeah.
has any
Stop
hair.
confusing me, Zach.
I I like the fact of what they're talking about, where this entity, this thing is chasing her, and it's just that the horror trope, right? Where you run into perceived safety or whatever, and you're like, I'm being followed, somebody save me, what's following you? It's over there, and nobody sees it, and it's just like you keep on running, and it's
And he's
instantly
slow
behind you
walking,
again.
too.
Yeah, he's got the Michael Myers slow walk going on. It's, again, I enjoyed this part of the book.
Yeah.
This was where I was really kind of like, okay, I'm feeling this. The art is really carrying it for me.
Mhm.
I
Big dub
love
for sure.
Kayla's in chat, by the way. Great to
Yo.
see it. She says, an interesting opening of a story. The narration is a strong point for me that I feel is done well. The sequential art has that dark vibe to it. The colors are beautiful.
Mhm.
Either a Project X that came out in 1968. Wait, what are you saying? I think X 1968 is an Easter egg of some kind.
Maybe a birthday. I was thinking like I don't think I think Todd's older than that, but
Interesting. Okay. Yeah. The license plate. There we go.
could be. Yeah, on something.
Yeah, could be 68 into the world born. No, never mind. Pantera fans out there? Anybody? No. Okay.
I've seen him.
Yes. Yes.
All right. But, here we go. Stalking. Anyway, I love this. The art was just sucking me in right here. Like I love the moodiness of this, the horror aspect. I'm all about it right now. As she's trying to run away from this person. Need to keep moving fast. There's the Batman voice again. Sean, do the Kayla voice.
No.
Do it.
No, because she gets mad and she's an emotional terrorist, and I love her.
Need to keep moving fast. It'll be safe that way.
Hold on.
All right.
Need to keep moving fast. No, need to keep moving east. It'll be safe that way, cocksucker.
He's always got to throw in the cocksucker.
He won't be able to follow me in that direction, kid. Okay, this way out. What? No, the da has to be here in Boston Yard. You could do Batman for this.
It's over, little one. You've nowhere to go.
The fuck I do? Sorry.
Kayla's like, I don't even sound like that. I love it.
It's your phone call. Your phone call voice.
I thought it was perfect, Sean.
Thank you, brother.
All right, so she runs into this alleyway and she's looking for this door. Is this one of the doors to hell that she's looking for? Or is it something else when it comes to this whole witch coven thing that they kind of allude to later on in the book? What are you guys thinking? Because I was kind of like,
But that's not Nyx, no?
This isn't Nyx. No. This is
Maya.
Maya. Yeah.
My nuts. I can't take this character seriously because I thought it was Nyx the whole time.
Well, I knew it wasn't Nyx. I knew it wasn't Nyx, but
Yeah, Nyx has 4 colored strands of hair.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's no
the same exact fucking fit on.
See,
right.
see, that's Kayla right there.
See,
Fuck you,
yeah.
bastard.
Yeah, there you go.
This is cool. I like the demon looking guy, and it
great.
does
This is
jump
awesome.
around a lot. I feel like we said it, Deadly Tales was kind of similar, but I like where the story goes. Like I've been reading till issue 4. I like where it's going. I'm definitely continuing this because it's just build up. It's just this whole issue, in my opinion.
It's a
is just
setup.
build
It's
up.
one giant setup.
Yes, Mr. Freeze looks great. So like,
I can see that.
Todd, I don't agree with him.
He's like, I'm
I
not
have no
associated with them.
hey, I have no problem. Marvel, I'm already on their shit list, so and Disney, so I'm like, hey, why not?
Oh, we got read.
Sorry. Your trial is upon us. Do not fight. It will only make it worse.
Whoa.
Fuck you, you bastard bum. Get out of 4
Bastard,
points.
you bastard, you
You
bastard.
bastard.
This character design, even though a little Mr. Freeze just, I do like this.
I like it.
The art works really good. She's got this this dagger here with the pentagram on it, where she's trying to take out this character. Great face, just great. Just I can't say enough about the art. Like I really enjoy the art in this book, and it's at this point where it kind of really picks up for me. I like the vibes, the characters,
about, like how she gets to where she is now. Correct.
I think the biggest question we have to ask ourselves is like, why is it that they have to take a step backwards
That's just a
explain to
prequel.
us why she's getting to this point and why is it going to be important in the future. Like, because whatever they're about to unveil moving forward by the end of this must be pretty serious, because it's
Mm,
I
going to be.
personally think they're doing it because it gives you more character because she's not going to be on the throne forever.
that's
know?
true.
They'll
There's going to
take
be a
you
point
out
where she's
there.
going to be defeated. I think too, like when you look at the Spawn universe, it's the same thing with the Curse of Shirley Johnson, where if you have a cool concept about a character and you want to tell a prequel story or whatever, I think they're going with it. Listening to Thomas Healy talk about certain things, I think you've got the main story, you've got the main four, and then they kind of branch off and they have their liberties of doing Tales of the Deadly or Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger, this book, whatever, where they can kind of do prequel stories or stories that hadn't been told in that time period where you could fit a story in. I honestly think that that's all this is. I don't know if it's even a big setup for what's going on currently in the Spawn universe, and I could be wrong on that.
Oh, you could be right.
I could be right. Twisted Dream says, "Get on the show and prove it, Kayla." Sean has a spot on Kayla, and then Kayla says, "I doubt it." Pentagram for protection. Yeah. So dealing with the whole witch thing, and what it turns out here is that this is actually this is an interesting thing because I wonder. So this is somebody apparently working for God, and so it's always interesting to me when story wise, where you depict when you have heaven versus hell or good versus evil or whatever, but yet you use imagery of essentially evil to depict the good side. Right. I've always thought that's interesting in the storytelling, whereas you would typically think if this is a person from heaven or whatever, maybe they wouldn't look like they're from hell. Because this person looks to me like they'd be coming from hell or thereabouts. What do you guys think?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Oh,
I
like that.
mean, so Todd McFarlane references like in the Bible, what they angels and God always say, do not do not fear, don't be afraid of us, and it's because they're showing pretty much their true form. They have nothing, their true form, like their true selves. Demons have to fucking disguise themselves as us to pretty much hide their true intentions. So if this is like one of their angels and he's kind of like he looks pretty hideous underneath the
Yeah.
outfit, and he has to cover his face. He probably is an angel that went to war a long time ago, and he's kind of disfigured, and he just has to, do his thing. I don't like
Nah,
it,
bro,
it makes
COVID.
sense. Todd takes a lot from the Bible, and he just kind of wings it, like the Violator miniseries. He takes like the birth of heaven and hell, and he just kind of does his version of it.
Do you think he could be part of Greenwood?
Maybe.
Maybe he was part of
Because
heaven at one point, and then
yeah,
and then he went to green. Yeah, possible, because
he
that
talks
fallen
right there.
angel.
Yeah.
There's an angel in Kingspawn, the first like 10, 11 issues, who was psychotic because he only had one wing, and
Yeah.
he pretty much was hell bent on getting Spawn to take over the throne of hell, to push him forward. So it could be an angel without his wings.
Okay,
'Cause,
that's
like,
an interesting
Because his
Someone ring a
dialogue right
bell.
there, is kind of, to me, an indication he's part of Greenworld. He's not fully an angel from heaven.
It's always interesting to me with these characters. Are they actually doing it as a mission, or are they doing it on their own to get back in the good graces? It doesn't. It kind of leaves it a little bit open there. But apparently, he has no worry about this protection dagger that that Maya's got, because he takes her out pretty simple, pretty easily here.
Well, she's a child.
And she's a child. Yeah. So he's probably way more powerful. I condemn you. Yeah.
Now, this is a stretch, right? So who was the
Whoa.
vampire's name? I keep
Blood?
forgetting his. Yeah, so vampire blood.
Blood.
So like, what is the origin of the vampires in Earth, in the Spawn world, right? It doesn't really get talked about. So I'm thinking, and this is just like a guess, right? Where this is actually blood. Right, he used to be part of heaven, now casted away. Maybe he went to Green World, was casted out of there, dabbled into some power or whatever himself, thus making himself a vampire, and this is where he was. So, kind of like all ties a lot of these plot holes together where this is blood from the beginning. This is how the relation to him and Nyx, because they go far back. And he's one of the ones that killed Maya.
Zach, you got the best theories. I really do like them. I like the way your mind works. I have no idea if you're correct or not, but I like the way that you can just see this stuff and be like, this could be this could be that. The only thing that has blood ever, and I don't know anything about some, this is a legit question, has blood ever shown any other power except for being that of like the vampire powers? To anybody else's
The only
knowledge
power
out
he's
there.
shown is
Sharp
his
dresser?
knowledge. His knowledge is very extensive. He knows quite a bit of heaven and hell together. And I'm sorry, you could be fucking living on Earth all you want and all, but like you can't gain that kind of knowledge unless you were a resident at one point in either realms. Even in Green World, like you have to be there to know like some of the deep secrets. Like if you were on Earth and you were living on Earth for a long, long time, you will come across like, spawns or angels and stuff, but you're not going to know their fucking origins like that. So it really does. I think that blood used to be one of them, and it was casted out.
Interesting. The amazing Yash says kind of looks like Durgis.
Mhm.
I'm not sure that is. Not sure that is.
Durgis.
But welcome to the show. Hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't yet.
Yeah.
Guys, also, we are going to be giving away a piece of art if we get to a $75 goal in the super chats. We're $2 in. We'll see how that works. If we don't hit it, we'll just bump it to another night because this is an amazing piece that Zach is drawing of Ghost Rider and can't be given away for free.
For a steal, mind you.
For an absolute steal. This godforsaken city has been allowed to fester for far too long, becoming a haven for the corrupt of soul and those bereft of faith. My sacrifice will not be in vain. I'm assuming that's Maya saying that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Why'd you have to tell me he looks like Mr. Freeze, bro?
Jay's always right.
New 52 to me.
Thank you, Jay. Thank you.
Can't help it. Can't help it. Well,
Zach,
he's got the Nos-
I like the red eyes.
Fucking A.
he's got a Nosferatu
Yes.
look on.
Yes, dude, I absolutely love this. The simplicity of this splash page here, the colors that just make the silhouettes pop out, creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, great shit. Great shit.
Well, it looks like Sean. What is it? Sean Gordon Murphy or Murphy Gordon? What's his name?
A little bit.
Yeah, summer. Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, that's a good call out.
Those who dwell in the light of the moon and fornicate in their unholy Sabbaths will burn for their sins.
Speaking of, what's up, Phil?
Yeah, speaking of, Phil's here.
Oh.
Yeah, now nobody can unsee it now that the Gooch brought that up.
No, you know what it is? It's Mr. Freeze and Wildstorm took him over and put him in some H&M gear.
Actually, no.
Let's make him edgy.
I think this is this guy talking about this is this dude's speaking. He says, "I will bring you divine and perfect judgment to them, my Lord. That is my promise to you." So I should have been speaking in the Batman voice. Okay, so this is this character speaking in the Batman voice. All right, picking back up with Nyx the same night, just bumming it out in Central Park or doing whatever. Nice, you got side profile Kayla there with the nose ring. Just trying to get her to lash out.
What a drag.
God, he's an atheist. I have a hard time believing him.
How can he be an atheist when he's saying that in the dialogue? I don't like what.
Well, this isn't written by Todd. This is written by Thomas Healy. So,
do they not? Doesn't he? No, God. Does he not work for Todd? Like I don't.
Well, yeah. It's just it's what did Healy say when he was on the show a while back? What did he say? Like this is just their version.
Yeah.
Of because atheists not believing that any of this is real. This is if it was real, this is their version of what it would be. So I get it. Like being a Christian, I see some of this stuff. I'm just like like I can be like, no, that's right, that's wrong, that's not right, blah blah blah. But it's their version.
But
so
for the story, like if you're
their
crafting
story,
around
it works.
story because it's make believe or whether you believe shit or not, whatever your own rights and purposes, but you could take it and then make it on a fantastical element. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's
Yeah.
what we make believe.
Kayla did say she used to wear a nose ring.
Oh no
Yeah.
shit!
All
Cool.
right, so
Okay.
that was her. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Easter egg. So greater story here. Nyx is going to a place where she feels comfortable, a place that she considers home, but a place that she hasn't been in a while. And we get a alluding to that they are being watched. Like, this is not a place that she was supposed to be coming back to, but she's doing it anyway. So this is going to piss a lot of people off. Now, no turning back now. Maybe if I'm not lucky, no one will notice. Need to get this great shot of the crow's eye, which I love. This is great.
Caw-caw.
Caw-caw. And
Yeah.
guess there's no need for subtlety if they already know I'm here. Crossing a barrier here with all these kind of, I don't know, whatever these symbols are. I don't know too much of the witch
You
Symbols?
call them hexes.
magic hexes. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
All right.
They're like
Zach's
witch
a
hexes.
warlock confirmed.
The only reason why I know is because like the hex girls from Scooby Doo, they're like the
Oh.
sigils and stuff. They're like, that's what they call them. So I'm like, that's got to be the same name.
What I love about this, though, is she steps on this, and this barrier goes around Manhattan. And this is a great shot
Yep.
that Nat Jones drew here. But this is not a barrier to keep anybody in or out, but just to alert that someone of power is coming into this realm. What are you guys thinking at this point in the story when she's kind of getting into here? Because they don't really explain it, right? This is still just a setup. We don't know where she's going.
I
Or at least
still don't
I
know
didn't
what's
know.
going on. I still don't. You're asking me, and I'm just like, I don't know.
You tell me.
You tell me. Yeah, this is the third time. Like, I don't know.
Give me a fucking roadmap because I'm lost.
Yeah. I'm working here.
I'm working here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here, and right now I'm intrigued. I'm like, okay, where's she going? Where's she going? Is she going to a
Are
witch
you?
coven or
I
something?
don't-
I am. I'm legitimately like, I was confused in the beginning of the issue, but once we got into like the Nyx story with Mr. Freeze and everything, now I'm kind of like, I'm like, okay, this is interesting. What's going on with this? What's going on with this barrier? Why is she not supposed to be back here?
I
All that
felt
kind of
like the
stuff.
barrier was for because they show like the witches later, like she's like saying like what's good, right? Like is that like her saying this is her presence, right? Like she's the one.
Yeah, it's her
that's here?
presence. Yeah. I think
Yeah,
because
she's saying
her
like
powers.
I'm the one, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, that's the vibe I got from this.
And so
Right?
like a
Does
warning
that
sign.
Does that sound like that makes sense, guys?
That's how I took it, and I don't know why, it's a
think
mystery
so.
to me, which
She's
I don't
just gonna
mind
be-
mysteries.
Like she's like,
The
I'm a
next
bad
issue-
bitch. Watch out.
Yeah,
what
the
she's
next
doing.
issue is gonna piss off a bunch of witches. Like that's where,
Yeah, she's
because
ready
like,
to fuck
dude,
some
even the
witches
last,
up.
yeah, like the last fucking sequence in the book is you have somebody in the diner, she's staring off into
Not
space.
there
She's
yet.
like, "Oh, what'd you see?" And she's like, "How I'm gonna die?" I'm like, "That
Zach's
bitch
always
served
jumping ahead,
coffee."
doing
Yeah.
spoilers.
No,
We
no,
aren't
'cause
even-
that bitch-
we aren't even there yet.
Yeah,
Oh, let me take a look.
dude.
Oh, you're still on this page? What the fuck?
Come
Like,
on.
It's called a conversation, Zach.
Yeah.
Zach's
We're
like the
building
guy that
up.
walks out of Infinity War and is like, I can't believe they all died into dust.
Oh, I hate
While everybody's in
dude,
lines.
That happened to me.
oh
I think
hell
for
no! I
Endgame,
you
they're
know,
like,
I
"Oh,
actually knew a
man."
couple people that got your asses whooped for saying that shit.
Okay. All right. This says the power needed to create and maintain spells such as this is extraordinary. So, I mean, this is not a just run-of-the-mill thing. Like, this is pretty important. A shadow world exists in New York City. Those with the great powers reside there, and age-old agreements still stand between them and to maintain the I was gonna say hardworking, like the hardworking people. No, sorry. To maintain the warding spell together. I have no idea what a warding spell is, but we get these faces of Camille. I don't know.
Other witches?
Other witches, apparently. Good faces, but I have no idea who they are.
That's the Stilly.
This Nyx could have avoided the spell with ease, but now she wants them all to know she is coming home.
Who the fuck is talking?
This kind of goes
Yeah.
from narration to character narration to
They should change the
Narration,
color of the
narration.
font.
yeah. Well, Nyx is black and white,
Uh,
box black and white.
I'm an idiot.
Maya was like this gray color box, and when she was doing narration, the other dude just kind of spoke like this, and he was what, like white. Yeah, they do break it up a little bit, but Yeah, that does
That's
get
a
kind of
me thing.
confusing.
That's a me thing. I'll work on. Look, owls.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Owls.
Anal owl. No,
To anal. Wait, what?
sorry.
So we get Nyx walking through. Crow is tracking her down. It looks like my escort is still sticking around. So they're keeping an eye on Nyx. Whoever they are, that's what they're doing. Because she's in town. They're like, shit.
We don't know who they are.
We don't know who it is, but they are keeping an eye on Nyx for reasons.
I don't know who you are, but I have a certain set of skills.
Yeah. we're walking down the street. We don't know what street, but we're walking somewhere.
We're on the
and
street.
being watched by someone, but we don't know who.
They're there.
Eric is in the house, our resident Spawn expert here in the
Yes.
chat. Appreciate you being here. He
Oh
says
my
Thomas
God.
Healy is a huge fan of magic. He used to be a magician. I like the way the story is going as a setup for magic in the Spawn universe. Interesting foreshadowing throughout. Yeah, we're having some fun here, busting some balls. I
Yeah, it's
actually
all
have
good.
enjoyed this story. It's just
Mhm.
there's certain things where it's like if you're building a mystery, it's a really good mystery because there's a lot of things I have no idea what's going on unless you're a diehard Spawn. And maybe Eric, you know exactly what's happening because you are diehard Spawn, right? Where I missed 200 issues of Spawn where some of this stuff is being referenced, right? So
This
And
whole book's
also-
a mystery. This whole book's a mystery.
yeah. It's maybe it's not a mystery to Eric. You know, maybe that's what I'm saying. Like maybe Eric can be like, no, I know exactly what's going on, and that's great. Is someone coming in like me or like us, reading this book for the first time, referencing from some stuff that we don't quite know about? It's a little bit
Jarring.
It's a little bit jarring to be like, what is going on? Who is this? What is happening? Which in certain aspects I think is fine. I don't mind a mystery when it comes to me personally. Like I'm like, all right, I'll pick up issue 2 to figure out what's going on because I have enjoyed the book. I actually
Mhm.
have. I enjoyed the book. I enjoyed the art, even though I have a lot of questions. So
Now, which brings me up to this.
Jay's killing me, bro. Like,
Next time we have Thomas on, knowing that he's a magician, he's got to pull a rabbit out of the hat.
No, he's got to pull it out of his ass because I don't understand this.
shit.
Oh, God.
well, Thomas is definitely never coming out
I
now.
did like
Now.
this scene. I did like this scene on how they did the flashback for this
Yes.
particular scene. I like seeing the tease of how that she can kind of see the future, so it kind of like changes the perception of, like that's why she took the throne,
Mhm.
Yeah. I still
Okay, so this is
Go
where I
ahead.
have a problem. This is the
Oh,
only part
shit.
in this book that I actually have a problem with. So you mean to tell me
don't do any spoilers beyond where we're at.
No. So you
Okay.
mean to tell me this goofy ass purple headed bitch, right? She goes ahead and
Damn,
has a
dude.
fucking
Damn.
future vision where she sees everything. She can't tell what's what, right?
Mhm,
But
mhm.
she knows
It's
she
kinda going
sees
into
these
spoilers.
prominent events.
I guess
And
we'll
you're
just get to
telling me
it.
one of the most important moments
I
in
guess we'll
this
just jump
character's
there.
life. No, like, oh damn, you didn't even get to. Oh,
I told you we weren't there, dude.
damn it! I'm so sorry.
I was like, don't do spoilers because we're not there yet. And you're like, okay, I won't.
Yeah,
In the
no,
spoilers.
I'm amazed that you said spoilers because I'm like, what spoilers?
I
Look,
thought we were.
we're gonna
I
gonna
thought we
have
were
a
on the
surprise
stage.
birthday party for Paul. Don't tell him.
Yeah.
So like,
Nice.
this is what. All right. So what I'm saying. This is what I have to. What I'm saying, right? So she gets these fucking visions, right? And now it says it's not in specific order, but yet when in issue 350, where Al's like, I need you to take the fucking throne. You're telling me that moment, like she wouldn't have remembered that. She's like, oh yeah, like I need to do this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is what I'm going to do. Why? Because I'm gonna die.
I
in
see
the
what you're
future.
saying.
This is what's
I-
gonna lead me to die. Like, why the fuck would you want to make that decision if it's gonna get you a step closer to death? Like,
But she
give me-
didn't. She didn't die. She didn't die by taking the throne. She was killed by who? Who killed her? Because she was dead for a while. This shot where the scene where she gets. All right. Before I get into this, let me go back here. She goes into this diner and she needs a cup of coffee. Talks to this lady, Bev, whatever her name is.
I'm lost
And-
again.
I just had to go back so people know where the hell we're at before we just jump into what Zach just said. As she's in the midst of getting coffee, she has this vision. She just goes all crazy. Nick's head snaps back as her body seizes, goes into the world around her fades to nothing. Then the visions start. There goes my Batman voice again. And I can't get it's cut off. Why is it cut off? There we go. Flashes of red unfold before her. She knows this is her future. Things that haven't happened yet. Now, how do I read? Do I go here, or here, here?
You go down, then to the right, and then
Okay.
down.
I was a little all right. She sees a face familiar to her, Al, but the rest are strangers. Moments taken out of time, running through her mind in no order, no true order. She is on the throne. She is the avatar for something greater. Do we know what this is yet?
That's Nick's on the throne.
I thought this was Nick's on the throne. Like I haven't
Yeah,
seen.
that's
Well,
Nick on
maybe
the
I haven't
throne.
seen this design. So when it says something greater, I don't know if this is like a future that we haven't seen yet that is tying to something. I don't know.
She's hunted. She's murdered, and then like
And she has
It's
found
okay,
a family.
Just breathe.
she
breathe.
just keeps dying and ends up on a throne. I don't know what the hell's going on here. I really am confused by this. I don't. She has found a family through a near cosmic awareness. What's the bottom part there?
Through a near cosmic awareness, she now knows. She knows all things to be true. All right, let me just jump back here for a quick hot second. So we get a shot of the Dr. Freeze dude that she's currently having to face or going to have to face. This is her death. Who killed her? Does anybody remember who killed? Was it Sin?
It was Mr. Mustard.
I have no idea who killed her.
Wasn't it one of what's his name? The Bloods people?
Damn it, Eric.
Was it what?
Who killed Nyx? That's what I want to know. I thought it was Sin, but Nat Jones did the original Spawn, Nyx in Spawn 139. Brazil cover of Spawn 139 is cool cover. Check out by Nat. Nice. I'll have to do that.
Sorry.
Going on 20 minutes of straight laughing. That's
People, please.
Twisted Dreams needs your laugh, Zach. You need to get that to him, so we can make it a voice, a phone thing. What am I talking? What am I saying? Ringer. Yeah. Thank you. No, this is a great spread. This is one of my favorite spreads of the book. I absolutely love the art here. I love the paneling. Everything about this is great. I understand that you're trying to set this up as a mystery if you're having visions of the past, the present, or the past, present, future, whatever, and they're all out of order. I understand that they're trying to purposely confuse them what's going on. Us as the audience know she becomes the Queen of Hell. We know other things about her. She doesn't, whatever. That works for me as far as this. This I understood fairly decently. I just couldn't remember who killed her in the comics because she spawned at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she first appeared as She Spawn.
Right. So she was killed in human form and then became She Spawn, or she spawned and then became the Nyx form, and then
I think this is like her.
killed.
Dude, so I didn't read. I know she was the first She Spawn. I don't know if she died in order to become that Spawn, or I think what is being displayed as her second death. Like I really don't know on that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eric,
that's where I'm lost.
Yeah, Eric, let us know the questions we're asking in here. She knows all things to be true. This is what I just kind of thought was funny. She's like, honey, girl, wake up. And she's like, I know what this is. You have the sight, don't you? So did my mother. It's just right out of the bat. I just
convenient. That's too convenient.
Yeah, I didn't like that. You could have taken that out for me, is just far as like the storytelling goes, because I'm just like, I don't know who this chick is.
She's a fucking witch. She's a witch.
She better be a witch if she knows what's going on. Otherwise, she's just a waitress.
Exactly. What bitch would
Bruja
you simply
brewing the
say that in a
coffee.
fucking diner? Like, she's like, "Oh my god, your eyes are glowing." Like, are you okay, honey? Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I would have been running out of the diner and been like, holy
Like,
shit, what the hell's going on?
This is God's plan. Like, what the fuck? I'm sorry. Like, that's so stupid.
Gooch. Kayla brings up a point. She said, once again, amazing lettering and done in this book. What do you think of the lettering? Because you usually are pretty.
The lettering's fine. I like the lettering.
Good.
Yeah,
good.
Yeah, that I like.
Yeah, I dig it too. What did you see? How I'm going to die, and that's how it ends. And then you get this, whatever this is, by expert from the Zoe Tia. by Andrew D. Chumbley. No idea what it is.
Garciuedia. Oedia, that's what it's called. It's an excerpt from a book called the Garciuedia, which is the Lesser Key of Solomon. It's a book that teaches you how to summon demons and how to control them, and tells you the knowledge of the 72 demons that were banished.
Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about now. I didn't know the name of the book. Eric says she was killed by Okay, so she was killed by Sin, but Cagliostro, but was revived by the Green World, becoming the Scion. I don't remember.
Scion?
Oh, Scion. Yeah.
I don't remember that at all. Again, lots of chunks here of story and Spawn that I completely missed. Let's see.
That was in the early 300s.
Okay, that's just some breakdown. Okay, breakdown Nat Jones. I just wanted some cool covers here. Book 2 of the Black Ritual, really awesome cover. Like I'm gonna pick this book up again. I am as confusing as I am as it is. I like the art. I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check issue 2 out. Really awesome cover here by Jonathan Galapian, who's going to be doing the Curse of Shirley Johnson coming up, which is a book I'm really excited about, and I can't wait to get to. But I've really enjoyed the stuff that he's been doing lately on art. And this is actually the cover that I got on the actual floppy version that I bought.
And
I'm
who
not
is that?
too. I didn't order myself a copy yet because I don't know what that's really going to be about. So I was like, yeah, I don't know. I'll buy
It's
it if I
about
see it on the
Shirley
shelf.
Johnson's curse.
So I don't know that character
Dude.
as much, honestly.
Shirley
All right,
Johnson.
let me. Oh, get out of here! Why is this? Get out of here. The Curse of Shirley Johnson, I think, is going to be awesome because it takes the story of the blonde-haired little girl that was killed by Billy Kincaid back in Spawn issue 5, right?
The little yeah.
It's following her story after she's killed and comes back. That's the premise of it,
dude.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
now I gotta order it. Damn it.
Is
No,
that
dude,
girl's,
it's
is
gonna be
that
awesome.
girl's name Thea?
I can't remember, to be honest with you.
Because I was just reading on Nyx, because Nyx was friends with Thea, and
You talking about
Thea
the
died.
waitress?
No, the blonde girl by Billy King.
Shirley Johnson.
Oh, her name is Shirley Johnson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So that is going to be good. That's one of my books I'm really looking forward to. One, because the art looks fantastic. It reminds me of like a 90s, early 2000s Spawn book with Jonathan Galapian's art. And I like the concept, because this girl, if you haven't seen it before, Shirley Johnson, she comes back. She's got her pigtails and everything, but she's got the clown's face makeup on. So it looks pretty badass.
You know, a lot of people, what a lot of Spawn fans or people that jump on don't realize is that a lot of everything that's happened to Al Simmons really does stem from point A, which is Billy Kincaid's death. Once he killed him, that's when everything started falling into place. Like every single thing. That was like Malbolge's plan of action. Was all determined by Billy Kincaid whether if he was going to get killed or not.
That's good insight. That's interesting. Eric says
'Cause if
Thomas
you,
Healy wants to do 3 miniseries books on Nyx with Nat Jones. That's cool if this is a long, like a burner of a story. You're going to do 3 different miniseries, and maybe you're going to bring that story up to present. I don't know. That's cool.
I'm not really interested in that though.
Oh shit.
It's okay, Jay. It's okay.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
It's going to get better.
Like I said when the show started,
has it?
mixed reviews. What we thought about the book.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get better because, like, now you're confusing your audience with all these stories, these backstories. Like even with Gunslinger, what's the newest comic with
Deadly
Gunslinger?
Tales? Yeah, because we had some questions about which Gunslinger
You're confusing the audience. Like it's a lot of information overload and exposition dumps and a lot of like it's a lot. I don't know. I mean, I think it's
Joe, I swear, man, the perfect clip to play for Jay's like misery right now would have been that scene from Liar Liar where Jim Carrey's like, "The pen is blue. I don't know. I don't know." Like,
Baseball
trying-
stuff.
like I think it would be perfect capturing his emotions.
Eric says all the foreshadowing is set up. The story can flow now. See, that's what I was thinking. So, like I was saying, confused in the beginning because I was not adversed into the Spawn 184 and everything that happened there. So that was already confusing to me. But jumping into the actual story, if you started this book right from the time that whatever that chick's name is, Maya or whatever, is walking through New York City, and that was the beginning of the book, and we didn't have the background and everything. We just kind of picked up in this moment in time with Nick's storyline. I think it would have been fine without the confusion, because everything else from that point on to the end of the book was just mystery set up to me. Now, you can take that for what it is. Maybe it was too mystery, too mysterious, too many questions. To me, it wasn't. I didn't mind it. To me, I liked it as far as, because, like I said, the art carried it. The story was intriguing enough for me to pick up issue 2. But all in all, I will say this: I do think of all the miniseries that have come out, Spawn miniseries, with Rat City and all of them. This is probably one of the better ones I've read.
I'm with you.
On as far as those go, and that's including Violator. I didn't read what was that? I don't know, whatever. I can't remember all. There's been a ton of them.
Oh, Goliath.
Yeah.
Monolith.
Thank you, yeah.
Sorry, Monolith. Yeah,
I've got them. I haven't read them yet, but so I can't really say one way or the other if that's good or not.
Monolith.
I've heard, there's been a lot of people that said they liked it. Yeah.
What's the inker's name? Gerardo, like something. Like he's got a really long last name.
Monolith was like, what if it was like a future alien movie, kind of? Like
yeah, especially that prison breakout scene in the first issue was really cool.
I fucked with it.
The reason why I think I like this is it was enough of something different to me, even though a lot of mystery is enough of something different than what we have been seeing, that I could get on board and be like, okay.
So I see a lot of people reviewing this and saying 9 out of 10. You know, like I saw a lot. I think
Get
it was
the fuck out of here.
I'm saying what people. I'm saying.
I know where Jay's going.
I personally love violence, and more violence. You know, so like I can't be too biased. You know, but from like a story standpoint, I want to give it to issue 2. But if I'm still not knowing where I am in issue 2, that would be where I end it. You know,
I feel like issue 2, I'm gonna end up chained to a freaking sink in a dark room somewhere, and someone's gonna say, "Let's play a game." That's where this is going. I have no idea what's going on with this shit.
Also,
it's
my bad.
No, go ahead.
No, I was like, because I feel like this is also a single issue that people will go, "Oh, I'll buy the trade now." You know what I mean? Like, just because like it needs more. Clearly, like they're really pushing us through 7 issues. You know,
I will say this: like any of these miniseries, it all depends on how does number 2 land, right? I didn't give Rat City a chance for number 2 because it just didn't grab me with issue 1. This grabbed me enough to make me want to go check out. This grabbed me enough to make me go check out the book of Nick's 2, you know. And the same thing with Deadly Tales of the Gunslinger. I bought issue 2. I haven't read it, but at least I went out and got it, because at some point I'm just gonna be like, all right, does it get any better?
It is,
you know, from what I am looking for. And again, this is it's all personal. It's all personal opinions on what I'm looking for in comics, right? Within the storytelling, within Spawn, because everything to me is held up to Spawn, the main title. That's it. So when you're going out and you're venturing into these miniseries and stuff, and Thomas and Todd have come out and said the books aren't for everybody. You know, you're allowed to dislike them. You know, whatever. They're just out there telling stories. You know, so
get Jay out of here. Yeah, I get it.
So, all right.
What does that mean?
Let's go around.
What does that even mean? These books aren't for everybody. What kind of marketing is that? Like, that's
to me.
You guys are gonna hate this shit, but we're doing it anyway.
What's up, YSA? Good to see you, brother. To me, what I took that as is that they are telling stories, and if people don't like it, that's fine. They're not going to throw an attitude and attack their customers over it. That's how I took that. So I feel like they're pretty good at like taking criticism and be like, you didn't like it, okay, cool. They're still going to make it because it's stuff they want to make, but you don't have to like it because you have all these options. That's the way I took it. So yeah, I don't think they're trying to put out bad books. What covers did you guys go for with Spawn 363? To me, it's whatever the shop brings in, and I pick the best one. Pick the best one.
They usually only have two covers. I think they usually have the original.
I think they only do three anyways, so it's like 3 max.
They do 3.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe like a.
They've been having
variant.
Lately. They've been having C's. Like the last one, that black and white one, was a C cover.
Oh, right? That was the one I got.
I got to go to the comic shop. I haven't been there in like a couple of months.
Me neither. I go to Awesome Con, and I'm like walking around. I'm like, okay, there has to be a new comic store over here, and there is none. And I was like, okay, so like that was just like already a mission and a half. And then some stores only grab Spawn, so without you pre-ordering it, they usually don't pick up some of the spinoffs unless it's like a really big store. All
right, before we get into self-promotion, I've seen both Sean and Paul holding up their books. We will get to that. Before we do,
he's fucking brilliant.
Yeah,
I'm just
Eric says,
know you're talking. You guys are chatting, and then if someone wants to look at my beautiful face, they can look at this beautiful face.
When I read that, I'm not confused. I'm not.
It'd be nice if you read the new one, dude, but it's okay, man.
Eric says Deadly Tales 2 does get better. Yeah. What are they supposed to say? The comics is for everyone. Todd pulled off the first comic ever. What? Todd pulled off the first comic everyone likes. Yeah.
I love Spawn and those. So like it was so.
So do we. That's why we do the show.
We want Brett to do the cover. And they had that WonderCon exclusive. That was the wraparound cover. They were selling like hotcakes there, man. Like that was such a sick cover, and it just like
So we heard
more. yeah.
We're all like, "Oh, get us a copy."
Like Paul, can you grab us a copy? He's like,
I was just about to say something.
He's like, nah, I can't do that.
I was like, reserve me a copy. I'll buy one off of you. He's like, bet, I got you. Next thing you know, we come back. Hey, yo, you got any copy? No, I sold them all the same fucking day for like.
He's working here.
I'm there to make money, bro. I'm there to make money. You only have to buy 2 regular and 4 unsigned. They're all gone.
Was like, nah, man, you gotta
go back the next day.
You gotta have. Paul's over here like, nah, man, you gotta make my kind of money to be on my level. Like, then you get a
dude. Yo, when I see same day selling for double, peace. I actually wasn't even gonna get them the second day, and I walked past someone's booth and I saw like they already had them out on their table for like $200. I was like, no fucking way. I was like, I'm getting online right now and grabbing these things.
Wow.
Yeah.
You never know with certain covers, like if it even is going to be worth anything.
That was a good cover too. Like that's, I mean, I got to imagine that's gonna be worth something because everybody wants more Brett Booth covers. And we don't get it.
Yes,
the Peach Momoko
that's
cover
what I'm saying. This is what we want, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna give you this, and you're not gonna like it, but here you go." It's like, what?
And
all right,
like I do think like the next book though does hit a different market for them. Like I said, I've only seen
who comics are dying. What market are we going for? Like,
whoa, Jay, don't break our fucking hearts over here now. Like, come on. I mean, you got Jim Lee coming out of retirement to fucking bring us Hush sequel. Like, you got fucking Brett Booth
for a reason, because like comics are dying, and before our eyes, the main media. So why are you doing books that are for like even a smaller niche group? Like what 30 people are buying this book and you're going to be happy with that? I don't understand. I don't understand the what you're trying to accomplish here. You're creative, but you also have to run a business. You got to be smart about it. Sorry, I ranted. I tangent.
Sorry, Thomas.
Sorry.
I don't agree
Regrets.
with him.
Joe's having regrets
I
now.
don't agree with him.
Joe's like, Jay,
Paul,
Gooch, I love you, but you gotta go.
I need to get that clip from The Incredibles where Mr. Incredible is talking to the Incrediboy, and he's like, "I'm not associated with him." Every time,
Yeah.
Paul's like, he's like, "Sorry, Thomas. I'll hit that up."
Yeah. Don't worry, Thomas. I'm gonna give you a 9-star review.
We like to have a lot of fun on this show. It's a great show. Did I say hey to Christopher Bouchard? Welcome, brother. Like to have a lot of fun on this show. It's, we have a lot of opinions. We are all big diehard Spawn fans, even though, like me, I'll admit that I don't know everything about the Spawn universe because there are tons of times that I didn't read the comic for various reasons in my life, but I love the character. I love the universe. That's why we do this show. That being said, we're honest reviewers here. We can't always just blow smoke up people's asses. That's just not what we do. And I don't think it would be respectful for us just to go on here and just be like, oh, this was great, 9 out of 10. Like, we are legitimate comic book fans, comic book readers. We all have our own versions of what we want to see out of the books, and that's what you get here. So you're going to get a varying views. So we like to have fun here. We bust balls. So if anybody's feelings are hurt out there, I don't care. All right, going around.
Hit me up.
Yeah.
Hit me up. I'm the one that's taking a big coil on your freaking comic right now.
Dude, most of us all here are comic book creators or some kind of content creators, right? We all get feedback on the stuff we do. It's no different. Hearing criticism, good or bad, people are used to it, so I'm not worried about being on here and busting balls. Hopefully nobody takes offense to it. It's just the way the world is. This is stuff we love to talk about and have a good time. I want to go around, though. What did everybody think of the book? I know what Jay's going to say, but we're going to start with the cutest little guy, Sean Ahrendt. Give me your
the cutest. What the fuck? I'm good looking. Come on, man.
That's what his title is, man. If your title said something different, I would say it.
My mom loves Sean.
Yeah.
All right.
So here it is.
Sean, give me your.
This is what me and Joe talked earlier. I liked it. I didn't see. Never mind. Art's cool. Story's cool. Interest in the rest. I'll give it an 8.5 as of now. I'll let it simmer a bit to see if it stands with that later. But overall, good shit. I'm taking that 8.5 and dropping it to a 7 because I didn't realize how lost I was and how I didn't.
Until Jay came on and told us, like,
I thought that one chick was Nyx the whole time. Fuck did I know? But yeah, so I give it a 7. The art was awesome. I do like the art.
I'm just out here changing people's minds.
All right. We got a 7 to start things off. Zach, to you, my friend.
This motherfucker says, now that I realize that wasn't Nyx, this book is dropping. No, I give this book a 6 out of 10 because this is more of a filler to kind of recap anybody who's new on the book, and they're trying to do like this whole thing like, hey, this is a new female character we're trying to push from the forefront so she can stand out amongst the rest as an equal to all the other Spawn counterpart characters. So we're trying to build up something big, and we need you to understand who she is, so let's take you back. But there's a lot, again, Spawn in general as a comic series has a lot of plot holes open at the moment, and Nyx, this book is a result of those many plot holes because they were referencing to so many different things, and there's nothing tying it in, because with a lot of new elements they're about to hit us with, it kind of like, goes back and forth. The one thing that I can say about Spawn's world with its female counterparts is that all the female superheroes or anti-heroes actually hold on their own. You can take She-Spawn, you can take Nyx, and you can take any of the other so on and so forth, like the female characters, and you can do pretty cool things with them, and they won't be seen as anything less because they're really cool characters. I just hope that the next few issues really can work on solidifying what they have a lot open in the first issue. It's not so much so where this is enough where it make me not like the book. It's more so if the next issue goes ahead and fails, then I'm not interested moving forward. What the hell is that?
What's
Yes,
that?
the Oscars, get off the stage.
You're giving it. You're giving a hell of a speech. I wanted to give you some
Oh,
backup,
sorry. Like,
backing
sorry.
sounds there. I'm like, yeah. No, that's
I don't even know the sounds that soothe you.
I'd like to thank my mom and dad. Thank you. Good night. Good night, everyone.
one thing that we didn't cover before I get to Jay in the beginning of the book.
Oh,
She
start
does
with him.
say,
Start with Paul.
okay, we'll do Jay last. One thing we didn't cover that I forgot to bring up is that Nyx did say that when she defeated Mammon there in the beginning, that she had heard something from Spawn from the future. That the Spawn was talking to her from the future. Did you guys catch that at the beginning of the book?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one thing I completely forgot to bring that up, so that's my bad as a host. So another thing that was just kind of confusing, but Paul, I think you're similar to where I'm going to be on this, so we're going to find out. I'll go last, but Paul, what you got?
It's different. You know, we're following Nyx. You know, I'm not a big fan of the character itself, you know, but I guess it's filling in something that I didn't know about her because now I only really know her as being the Queen of Hell because I only been really reading the books since 300 and then really like since like 340. So it's cool to see something different. I wish that there was more things done within the same timeline in that book in a sense of like, if it was the first 4 pages was something completely different than the next 2 pages versus the next 6 pages, like we should have maybe just stuck with one of the ideas throughout the whole book. And I feel like the process would have been easier to comprehend. But I like the art. The writing was okay. I'll do 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10. There you go. That's not bad. All right,
7
everybody.
out of 10, and I'm skeptical. Like, I felt like it was the same thing too. Like, I feel like at least what I'm seeing with what they're doing with these new number ones now is like they're trying to give us a lot of information in the first issue, and then I kind of felt similar about Tales, the Deadly Tales of Gunslinger, and then when I read 2, 3, and 4 all at once, it was like, oh, okay, now like I got the full story that I want. So it's like I feel like we just need a little more, and hopefully a little more plans everything out. So
Before
harping on if issue 2 is gonna be good to
before
decide the fate.
before Jay goes, let me touch on that. Is the only reason I don't like that approach is because if you are planning for a graphic novel storyline, then that's going to mess up to me the flow of what the floppy is going to be. You know, it should be planned for the floppy story so it pulls you in and brings you wanting to read each issue instead of having to go back and read it all at once to make more sense. So I don't like that if that's an intentional thing, but that's just me personally. All right, we've all been waiting for the Gooch here.
Oh,
He's got
shit.
some things to say. I'm gonna cue up the music. Gooch, the floor is yours.
Well, this is going to be simple. The artwork is cool. A lot of tropes, but my rating's a mystery, just like this book.
All right. There you go. I like that.
Keep going.
Wait, what
That was
the
it.
rating?
I said my rating's a mystery.
Just like this book.
Okay. We'll accept it. I was curious. I was thinking you would think it was a, you know.
Honestly,
a low number.
I don't care for this book at all. It's all right. I mean,
All right, honest
it's
question.
Got a lot of Wishblade. It's got a lot of, you know, what's that witchcraft movie to it.
Craft.
It's got a lot of Craft. It's got you know, The Crow. It's a lot of tropes in there. You got a lot of biblical and like there's a lot crammed in there, and that's what you're seeing a lot of in film and TV series and comics. You're taking a bit of this, a little bit, and you're trying to cram it into this whatever you're you know creating there, and it's not good storytelling.
Honest answer here, Jay. Rat City, Black Ritual.
Black Ritual probably be easier to wipe my ass with.
Okay.
So I probably
I'm not affiliated with him.
No, it's not that bad. Rat City definitely. That's I mean Rat shit. I mean Rat City.
Good Lord.
It's
sorry, Thomas.
I don't know. I'm curious to see where this goes, but I don't even really care either. So.
All right then. This is what I'm going to say. I'm going to give it the highest rating of all of us, which I'm sticking with the first one I had, which was 8.5, which is what I told Sean when I first read it. Now, my opinion hasn't changed in the book since we did this review. Yes, I will admit that there was confusing stuff about it, 100%, but that could just also be me, but not, it was confusing. It is what it is. But that being said, I really enjoyed the art. That pulled me into the book. It makes me want to check out issue 2 because I like this artist now. The story was enough of a little bit of a sprinkling of intrigue to figure out, I'm going to at least figure out where it's going on with issue 2. And this is why I said, if you nail issue 2, then you're going to keep me as a reader going forward with this series. When you have an issue like this, where it's just kind of like, my 8.5 might seem a little high for what I'm saying here, but all the factors involved.
I was going to ask 8.
All the factors. I got to take all the factors involved here. And you know me when it comes to art, right? So sometimes I will let art push the number up a little bit, even if I think the story is down a little bit.
You got to split that in half. Then you should go out of 5 for the artwork and inking, all that, and then 5 for the storyline. So if you like the artwork, you give it like a 5 out of 5 for the artwork. So that's a 5. Storyline, you were confused, so you're like 2.5 out of 5. So you would be at a 7.5.
Yeah, 7.5. I went 8.5. So it's right around there,
Yeah.
So the book is for seasoned readers of Spawn. That's what we're saying. Like if you are like Eric in the chat, unless Eric's probably sick of us by now, but if you're like Eric in the chat that knows a shit ton about Spawn and he knows what's going on, and he can jump right into this story and be like, oh yeah, I know what they're referencing, all this kind of stuff. It might have landed better with diehard readers of Spawn like that, so they might have a way better opinion of the book than we do. I still didn't think it was a horrible book. Like, I really don't. Confusing, yes. It was enough to make me want to keep.
It's not a horrible book.
No.
It's just it's a lot of information crammed into 20 pages, and you can't do that for a reader.
To me, it's got. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, for me, it was a lot better than Rat City for me, and the only reason why I keep referencing Rat City is because I think overall, that was one book that has come out that we can all agree in unison that we did not like. And this has a better premise, better art, better setup for me. It's more intriguing than what Rat City was. And so
I like the Rat City art better.
Really?
Get the fuck out of here. Whoa.
Damn.
I didn't have a problem with the art of that book.
I do like the art of Rat City, yeah.
You liked Killmonger. You liked Killmonger in that book.
The art wasn't horrible.
The hairstyle wasn't the preferred choice, but like, like maybe I might pick up issue 10. People are hot for the Rat City, and they got
you're yanking on my chain. You're yanking on my chain.
You're hoosiering me.
I'll say this.
The toys look sick.
I hope all of these books sell well, because I want Todd McFarlane to succeed. I want his company to succeed. I want all that, regardless of whatever I feel personally of the books. I hope they're all doing well, because I want that for Spawn universe to continue being good and being popular amongst the people that are buying it. I didn't think Rat City's art was horrible, but it wasn't my taste. And I look at art of the Black Ritual, the Book of Nyx, and this is much more, I think, fitting with the Spawn universe than Rat City was. Rat City to me seemed out of character for the art, much like some of the medieval Spawn stuff that I've seen coming up seems a little out of character for the universe, in my opinion. So that's why I'll go with that. But yeah, no. Okay, Eric, we didn't run them off. If you read issues 122 through 141, Nyx is a fan favorite for some Spawn readers. I like Nyx. I like the character. That's why I was excited about this book coming out. I like that in the current storyline, she's the Queen of Hell. I think that was a really awesome choice. In fact, Sean's the one that called it when he and I were debating who was going to be taking the throne. He's like, it's going to be Nyx. And that's what it was. I like the character of Nyx. I'm excited to see, even though this first issue was a little confusing, I'm still excited to see where it's going to go. You got me until issue 2. If you can hook me with issue 2, then I'm going to keep on going. So that's just where it is. Mixed reviews. That's what we do here. We're not a think tank. We all agree on the same stuff, and that's what I like about it. This has been a fun show. I've enjoyed this. Lots of laughs. You got Zach doing spoiler reviews from the beginning of the show.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I should start having pre-show meetings here where we can kind of go over the format of what we're going to talk about and keep Zach in line over there.
Get the fuck out of here. Come on.
You want to see what I got so far?
Yes. We did not get to the $75 super chat, so we were not going to be raffling this off. But this is something we might do in the future because Zach is working on this beautiful piece, and we talked about it last week of something we want to do. We only got $2.99, so way far off. So maybe next week. But this is the Ghost Rider.
I've been in the
Let's
mood,
do it.
So like, I'm definitely finishing this tonight.
Oh, dude, that's coming out so awesome.
Yeah.
So like,
yeah.
and
You bring that to Vegas. Bring that to Vegas.
Oh shit, there you go.
Like, this is I'm digging it, dude. It's definitely gonna finish. He's actually so I have him riding in hell. He's
Nice.
in the air and there's a lot of flames. He's in hell.
And this all came from the death battle that we looked at last week with Spawn versus Ghost Rider. It was kind of where Zach got this from and just killing it. Absolutely killing it. By the way, guys, if you watch this show and you see Zach drawing all the time, if you like any of the pieces he does, you don't have to wait to the auctions, which the auctions are fun. They're fine. But if you want to reach right out to Zach personally, hit him up on his social medias on X or whatever. If you want to buy original art from him, I encourage you to do that because it's well worth it. Zach is an artist that is absolutely talented. He keeps leveling up every time we see him draw. It's fantastic to be a part of this. So if you like the art, go hit him up. I'm sure he'll sell you some stuff. Before we get out of here, we do have creators on the show. We have Paul, Project Naosis. We have Project Naosis, episode 6. Go, Paul.
Yeah, so Project Naosis, episode 6, we find the origin story of our main supervillain, Crimson Pain. That's super badass right there. That is one of our covers. It's also our interior art team. So what you see is what you get. It's super action-packed. There's no multiverse or do-overs. Episode 6 is a great hopping on point for any new reader. And then if you're looking to grab everything, you can get the catch-up tier for $60 or $25 if you want to do it digital. But yeah, I do 4 campaigns a year now. This is our 2nd campaign this year. And you'll have all these books by July. So back this fucking book. Your boy's on the fucking grind every fucking week doing a convention these last couple of weeks. I'm hustling.
Yeah, you're killing it, man. Killing it on the convention scene. One of these days, I need to get out there. I miss conventions. I really do.
C2E2 this week. SP9 in
nice,
small
man.
press. Huge event. Got to bring a ton of shit. Going to sell a ton of shit. Make sure you're favoriting and retweeting all of my pictures of all my happy people that buy my books.
Yeah.
I see a lot of views, and I don't see too many favorites. So let's go.
Get that. Get the favorites going. Let's go. We also have Sean Ahrendt, who has a book called Type 1 that is creeping closer and closer to 10K. Let's go.
An action adventure tale with real life implications. Find out how our past can save our future. It's a fun romp. We got some dope art by myself because I'm the shit. I got some great writing by myself because I am the shit. I got some dope variants from my friends because they are the shit. This is a throwback book to 80s and 90s comics and cartoons, but with a little twists and tales of like the Anunnaki, Thoth. If you like the hell type of aspect of Spawn, you'll get that with the Anunnaki and like their demons and all the 9 Lords of the Night from the Mayan and Aztec underworld. Chris Graves of Ride and Pain got a dope ass variant for him. Got some great killer art by myself, if I do say so myself, because I love me. I love it. Saturday the 26th, I believe it is.
26th.
We're gonna be upping the campaign. We're gonna update the Ultimate 1 tier where you're gonna get like 9 books for $200, original piece of art, 9-card trading card set, and some other stuff that's a steal. We're going to do some extra variants of line arts for Joe's cover, my cover, a pencil version of Joe's cover, Joe's photo cover because my family wants that for some weird ass reason. But
attractive guy.
So I don't blame. I'd fuck you if I was, please. But we're going to be doing some big ass things, man. It's going to be a fun day. I don't know how long we're going to do it for, but kick it here. Follow me on Twitter and listen more to art and stuff this Thursday where we'll go more over the details. But yeah, we got some great shit coming up.
Hells yes. For anybody that's interested with Reaper Destroyer, fulfilling is going great. We have around, I think, 800 orders out of the 1290 that we're working on. Yeah. So we're getting there. People are getting their books. They're posting them online. I think it's very important. If you guys are watching this, we already saw Drew G was in the chat. I've seen other people today. I think 3 people at least have gotten their books today that I've heard of, and they posted it online. They've tagged me in it. Do that, please. Tag me in the picture that you got your book. Let me know what you thought of the book. Tag me on any social media, whether it's X, Facebook, or Instagram, wherever you might be. Do that. Let people know what you think of the book. And we are gearing up for the second campaign. They're going to be launching, I think, tentatively right now in July is where I'm aiming for. But we also have a Kickstarter that's going to be coming out here, hopefully in the next couple months, just to see what goes on over there. And don't forget, we have a Brett motherfucking Booth cover on Reaper Destroyer issue 2. Don't forget that. Don't lose. I mean, I'm going to do a line art on that. I was talking to Sean. He's like, do a black and white version of that cover. I'm like, that's what we're going to do. We're going to get it out there. So Artist to Spawn on Reaper Destroyer issue 2, launching in July. Make sure you're there. Pick it up. The book is awesome. One of the best reads you're going to have all year long. Go get it. Until then, I think we're going to get out of here. Jay, what do you got going on, man? Because you are the busiest man in showbiz.
I am going to be doing Solo Leveling episodes 5 and 6 tomorrow night. And then
season 1 or 2?
Season 1.
Dude, season 2 is fucking phenomenal. I'm almost done with it.
I know.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God. Oh, God.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday and Thursday, I don't know what I'm going to be doing. I might just do a couple little solo streams. I'm not even sure yet. We'll figure it out. Some turning Gooch and E stuff. But late night with Gooch on Sunday nights. Swing by. I'll be in Vegas this Sunday.
Oh, shit.
I'll be there Saturday. I'll be there for 8 days for the YouTube convention. And I'll be meeting a special person out there. So, yeah, I'll be meeting a lot of people out there. Zach will be there.
Don't remind me.
Yeah, he's gonna get all crunk. And that's that's just
videos
on the plane. Yeah, just before getting on the plane.
Videos.
So yeah, I appreciate everyone joining the chat when we're doing the late night with Gooch and Gang. It's been a blast, and everyone
you should send me that. Scan it.
It is scanned.
I can do it.
And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm in kind of in a zone right now where I can't really do too much because I'm going to be packing up and getting ready to move again. So
yeah,
hell yeah, baby.
Yeah,
big things,
so
big things,
big things, and yeah, so.
Hell yeah. Everybody, make sure links are down below. Go sub to people's channels. Go find people. Follow them. Do all that good stuff. It really helps out. Michael Pritchard asks, does Reaper Destroyer and Type 1 exist in the same universe?
Yes, but no.
Yes, but no. That's kind of what Sean and I always like. Can they? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do they? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Yeah. But check out Type 1 because you'll be seeing some stuff. Just saying. Joe doesn't know about it. But anyway, one last thing. Tomorrow night at I think 7:00 p.m. I'll be on Fusebox's show talking about myself, which is my favorite thing to fucking do. I don't have his YouTube channel, but follow him on Twitter, and I'll post it before. So I think it's Central Time. He's at 5. I don't know, but 7:00. That's all I gotta say.
Odd stuff this Thursday, 8. We have Will Perdono on. We're going to be looking at some Extreme Studios stuff. After Odd stuff, I'm going on to Well Red's channel. They're doing a review of Reaper Destroyer, and then I'm going to be doing an interview with all those guys. So we'll see what they have to say. And I'm either going to come in fighting or throwing flowers. We're going to find out. 10:00 on Sunday, the Ronan Joe Show. Be there. It's always fun. And be back here next Monday, 9 p.m. for the Spawn review. We will have more laughs, look at awesome stuff as we always do. Until then, everybody, be good to each other. Take care of one another. And as always, picture me naked. Talk to you later. Peace.
What the hell are you? Spawn. You sent me to hell, Jason. I'm here to return the favor. Until me strange, dropped in the grave.